You know, I actually haven't done a video on Tainted Azazel. I don't know how I've gone so long and I haven't done a video on, like, one of my favorite Tainted characters. Guess I technically did when I, like, first unlocked him, but that's besides the point. I honestly think this guy is way better than normal Azazel. Well, not way better, there is obviously some considerable downsides that normal Azazel has over him, but I think there's a few things about him that make him a more viable option than his not sneezy counterpart. Also, he isn't suffering from a severe range debuff like normal Azazel, but at a price, his beam only does half damage, which means you have to sneeze on things to be doing your, maximum amount of damage. I honestly really enjoy this guy over normal Azazel, even though I do think normal Azazel is, like, generally better because he does more damage. He doesn't have an as gimmicky way of dealing his maximum potential damage, and flight is amazing. Another cool thing about Fetuses is that if an enemy dies, they will explode into blood, and other enemies caught in said explosion will become infected with the Brimstone Curse. And if an enemy that can summon other enemies, such as a boss, Duke of Flies for example, if they're infected with it, they will only continuously spawn enemies that have said curse until, it wears off. I feel like people don't like this character because they think it's just another Azazel situation where he's just kinda boring to play. I genuinely think, and I honestly may or may not have a bias for Azazel, but I honestly think that this guy has a bit more potential than Azazel, if that makes sense. Because I feel like a big part about Azazel that severely hinders him is he has no range, and that no range can become very apparent when you fight certain enemies and certain bosses. Like the Mask of Infamy I think it's a big example of a boss that you want to have range for, because getting next to that boss in most scenarios can be pretty unfortunate. Though I guess a downside about this guy is you still have to get close to enemies regardless to sneeze on them, but 9 times out of 10, if you can do good enough, you won't have to worry about getting close to them much more after, the initial sneeze. And there's some enemies that still die to the Brimstone Blast regardless of if they are affected under the curse or not, though obviously I do have a Purity and Stapler. But yeah, I think that covers everything about this guy, and obviously, he can't fly, which is supposed to be like his main downside over normal Azazel. But with that incredibly lengthy explanation out of the way that 99% of you probably already knew about, let's get on with it. I'm ready to just have a fun time playing a Tainted character. We don't really have many fun Tainted characters to play after this one, unless Tainted Lazarus is ready to surprise me. Oh, peep! Oh my sweet Jesus, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, Peep's dead. I didn't know that it would have the normal Brimstone. I thought it was going to be his thin, weaker Brimstone, but the world we live in. If you are enjoying this video at any point, whether it be right now or at some point later or earlier, then feel free to support it in a way that you would support any other video that you enjoy on YouTube. Through a like, through a comment, through sharing, through subscribing to the channel. Just anything. Obviously, none of that is a requirement. It's just something you can do if you actually want to support me. And despite what my past 1,000,000 videos have been, I actually am not just an Isaac channel, but if you haven't noticed, it's a mainstay on the channel, which I feel like I am, well, apart from what just happened there, mostly good at this game. Watch, this guy's clueless.
Huh?
Just like that. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take the key. Probably not going to dedicate myself to Alabaster Box, so I'm not even going to try. And I think the Emperor, I'm right next to the boss room, so I might save this to snag a free boss rush item, because that's usually what I do with items that can teleport you. We'll see. Honestly, if I wanted to snag a free boss rush item, I should have just kept on to the Fool, but I'm gonna be stubborn. I'm also gonna bully Chubb out of existence because I'm mean and I'm a bully, and she's dead. I didn't get an angel room. That is something. Don't actually think that helps me out at all. It doesn't increase my brimstone size. And I already have infinite range because of Brimstone, so...
Dog shit.
So, after all of that whole thing about range not being useful, how about Purity giving me range anyway? Owie. There goes my speed. At least I got a toe to help me out with luck. Isaac's weird. That is a really good item. Stigmata. We always love Stigmata. More damage, more health. Papa John's. Okay, another key. We're gonna go to the shop and probably get interrupted by a very rude Sin. Or not. Okay, the Sins are gonna leave me alone. Charge, baby. Come here to help me out a bit, and maybe I can use this little remote that a fetus gave me a bit more often. Also, to those who saw my post that said I was gonna stream Fallout that night and then I didn't stream it, I'm sorry. I was, and then I just kind of like randomly got demotivated by something. I kind of can't remember what it was, and I think it's better that we don't remember what it is, because I'll probably get all sad and cry or something. A little too late, charge, baby, but you know what? I got an angel room, and it's Dead Sea Scroll. That's not Dead Sea Scrolls. I don't know what to tell myself. That is indeed not Dead Sea Scrolls. What's our time looking like? 12 minutes? I have a chance. Pretty good chance of reaching Sauce Rush. We'll see. Headless Knights. Also, Tainted Azazel versus Envy isn't even close. I'm getting famished in terms of keys. Also, I have no idea what just happened. I got shoved into a corner. Okay. Also, yes, the Sneeze is capable of dealing damage to enemies if they just happen to collide into something, such as a red poop. That is indeed not an enemy. That is... well, I guess it's an enemy, but, you know, don't really know what that was all about. I don't really think Kidney Stone can do much for me, or if it'll even activate, so... why is there just a crawl space in the middle? Alright, we're gonna hopefully take out Mom pretty fast and easy like, except it's this version of Mom, so I'm not gonna be able to do anything. This one likes to summon more stuff in than the other versions of Mom, so just keep that in mind the next time you— oh, screw you, Mom! I got freaking soul hearts for days! I should probably not be standing close to the door like that, because that will happen. And Mother dies. Of course, we're going blue, baby, as I said. Okay. Oh, I gotta take damage for this, huh? You know what? Rainbows! I'm not gonna take that. Oh god, I just realized how eye-hurting it's gonna be if I use the doctor's remote. I'm sorry in advance. What's in this chest? Wow, no tears, except every single needle in the world is going to get in my— I find it funny how badly I fumbled in the Tainted Jacob video, and then I off-camera beat him as Delirium as him.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was so funny.
Wait, I can kick around the eyes? How's that make any sense? Am I really questioning how something in Isaac makes sense? Is this gonna be Mr. Fred? Oh my god, it's Mr. Fred. What's up, my boy? Oh my good G. Rainbow explosion in the middle of the room. And we got more damage and some more health. That Homunculus is gonna be there till the end of time. Hey, Gluttony, you wouldn't mind giving me another health up, would you? You wouldn't mind at all! You'll serve me a million health ups if you could. What's in the library? Okay. I mean, I might as well, since I stupidly lost my bone heart. And I honestly want to take this bookworm, huh? Don't really think that affects me as this boy. And I'm honestly about to... I think I'll take this, because this guy already kind of suffers from damage, but at that same aspect, I can also use the Doctor's Remote and deal big damage. You know what? Yeah, we'll keep with Doctor's Remote. I think it's a pretty invaluable item. You guys know that Purity might be based off a item in the game Slay the Spire, because there's a card in that game called Purity, which is also a White Lotus flower. There's some interesting trivia for you. There you go. That's how you do it. We'll just try and hit Isaac hard and... Jesus, I didn't mean to do that. I should probably get put in jail for that. That was child abuse. I wasn't expecting it to do that much damage. I'm sorry, Isaac. Please come home. Hey, Gluttony, you mind giving me another health up? Oh my... Alright, sorry, Blue Baby, but it has to be this way. Are we not... How is he surviving? Does Blue Baby have more health than Isaac? It doesn't matter, because he's dead. I'm done. Good night, everybody.